If you thought 15% wasn't enough, just wait. Just wait. I'm going to make this video kind of short because what I really wanted to do is go through the whole thing, but it's kind of long. But restaurants are adding equity charges to customers' checks to fight the oppression. I'll read the first paragraph and go into the other two that kind of go along with my thesis. So they're basically saying, will customers pay equity charges? Will that backfire? Well, probably, because why not add, let's say, $5 more to a dish? But no, see, restaurants can't do that because you go to a restaurant you've always gone to, and you're like, wait a minute, why is this dish $5 more? Restaurants have known that being woke and virtue signaling to their customer base that we're trying to do our best for equity. So here's a 15% equity charge to the total bill. Instead of adding the charge to the food, they're saying, look at us, we're doing awesome. Like, go fuck yourself. No. In this instance, it says, where should we eat tomorrow? My wife asked me excitedly as we sat down on our deck for a Friday evening. She locked down a babysitter for Saturday night, and we were both eager first dinner date alone and together in months. Broder's, I answered without hesitation. Located in southwest Minneapolis, Broder's Pasta Bar is a local gem. It has a great outdoor patio and the best Italian cuisine in the Twin Cities. We had not eaten there since the pandemic begun. My wife nodded and started to make a reservation on her phone. Then her jaw dropped. You know this is coming. You're not going to like this. An equity charge. She was right. On its website, Broder's has noticed to its customers, notifying them of a new 15% benefits and equity charge they've instituted. They justify this charge first by explaining that many states have allowed reduced minimum wages for staff in the form of tip credit. So here's the thing, boys and girls in Lazo Land. This $15% charge is tacked onto the bill. But guess what? Doesn't include the tip. So it's plus 15%, and then say plus 15% to 20% on top of that for the tip to the wait staff. Oh yeah. So instead of let's throw a ballpark figure out there, instead of a $100 bill at the end of the night, you're talking about $130 or even more possibly. The restaurant's second justification is that many tippers are racist and sexist according to unsighted research. Now, imagine that. You have a restaurant out there. You have a business. Specifically, before you even enter the restaurant, calling you a racist, sexist, homophobe. Go fuck yourself. That's what Hollywood does. It tells its customer base, you guys fucking suck. You're racist, sexist, white, conservative pieces of shit. But come see our movies. Nah, fuck you. Of course, studies have shown that there's inequity and built-in bias in the way customers or consumers give tips. The statement reads, in general, black or brown servers receive less tips than Caucasian servers. There is gender bias as well. Bull fucking shit. I personally, and I've always done this, and my parents have always done this and showed me this when I was growing up. If you go to a restaurant and no matter what the server's color, sexual orientation, blah, blah, fucking blah. If you receive good, proper service, they're attentive, they're smiling, they act like they want to serve you, I will always tip accordingly to that. I will even tip sometimes 25%. However, if the server comes up to me, regardless of sexual orientation, skin color, etc., fucking etc., I will not tip as well because I want to have a good time. I go to a restaurant to be served upon. I would go to a restaurant and go, oh yeah, you know, I want this steak. I want these plate of wings. And if the server comes up to me with a fucking attitude, why the fuck should I tip them well? Fuck that. In the final part of the statement, the new policy stems from a wider racial injustice and is not a substitute for a gratuity. So you're talking about plus 30% or more on top of the original subtotal of the bill. Would you want to go to a restaurant like that, boys and girls? No, you wouldn't. Would you want to go to a restaurant where they automatically assume you're a racist, sexist, homophobe, piece of fucking shit, Republican, libertarian asshole. Fuck you. I'm not gonna go to your goddamn restaurant. Fuck off. And of course, here's what they say. In the wake of racial injustice protests, which have nothing to do with my goddamn dining experience, and the closures due to COVID, again, not my goddamn problem. It's everyone's problem. I shouldn't have to pay for your COVID experience. Now is the time for Broders to reimagine. And there you go, folks. The key words: reimagine, reimagine. Reimagine a new economy. Reimagine the new Green Deal. It's economics, and provide fair pay across the company. Listen, Broders, you could have fucking done this way before this. But now, you're doing this thing called virtue signaling. Go fuck yourself. Don't virtue signal to me. Don't tell me that you're doing this because of racial injustice protests. Just fucking do it. Don't tell me you're doing something. Just fucking do it. Raise the price on the dish. Don't tell me that we're going to add 15% on top of everything for inequities. Fuck off. Just do it. Now that I know, if I ever come across Minneapolis, I will never ever set foot in your fucking restaurant. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And again, the sugar on top. Go fuck yourself. And of course, Broders is always free to add this additional charge. But there are first a few things that should be noted. First, in many states, allowed tipped employees to make less than minimum wage. However, Minnesota is not one of those states. Then why is Broders doing it? Virtue signaling. Second, I'm no Robert Irving, but telling your customers you are going to begin charging them more because they are too bigoted to tip fairly might not be a winning restaurant strategy. Just saying. As a former restaurant worker, according to this guy, I pride myself in being generous and a fair tipper, as do I. And the implication that I cannot be trusted with this responsibility doesn't sit well with me. Finally, if Broders doesn't feel restaurant workers in the back are earning enough money, there's a solution. Pay them more. This action doesn't require any surcharges or public lectures or systemic oppression or virtue signaling. It only requires the restaurant to run an efficient and profitable business that allows them to pay workers a wage they believe is fair and livable. And they're more than welcome to do that. But don't tell me I'm a racist, sexist, homophobe, and therefore I gotta get charged more to eat at your restaurant. Fuck you. And by the way, if you thought 15% wasn't enough, just wait. Just wait. Out of curiosity, I looked around to see if there's other restaurants that are adding similar charges. I quickly found one. Pizzeria Toro, a North Carolina restaurant, recently announced that it's introducing a 20% living wage fee. Oh, okay. Living wage fee. That's not my fucking problem, god damn it. If you think that you need to add 20% living wage fee on top of everything, don't tell me that. Add it to your fucking food. Oh, you want to virtue signal to the rest of us that you really care about your workers and therefore you're adding 20% more on top of everything, but you're going to let us know that through a virtue signal. Go fuck yourself. I guess from now on, I'm going to have to scrub restaurants and ask if they're adding a 20%, 15%, 10% equity charge on top of the bill I'm already paying. Because they should tell you that right off the bat. There should be a sign on the door saying, oh, by the way, we're adding this charge. You know what I'm going to do? Walk into the restaurant and go, whoop, walk right back out. Because I am not going to be forced into paying what a business should already be paying if that's what they want to do. I am not responsible for paying their workers a livable wage. If they want to do that themselves, let them do it. Don't tell me I'm a bigot. Don't tell me I'm a racist, sexist, homophobe before you even know who the fuck I am and charging me more money because you think I'm not going to tip well enough. Go fuck yourself. You want to do it, then do it. Don't virtue signal. Just fucking do it.